Alright, so I don't make videos too often, but I just kind of wanted to showcase exactly what I'm doing with my 2014 Ducati Panigale 899. I just bought this thing about a month ago, and it was all white, and I'll post a picture. And the what ended up happening is I just kind of had this idea of, because I've seen tons of wraps in like looking online of how I can change the color with the cheapest amount. And I decided to go with a wrap, but I didn't want to just go with one solid color. So what I ended up doing is I chose that I wanted to, because I love purple, and I know you can do it with a bunch of different other colors, but this was going to be my baby, and I wanted it metallic purple. So I went with Vvivid Vinyl, and I went with their Expo series, just because it gives a real good shimmer. And then I went with their black holographic, and I started drawing it out. You can see the picture that I'm putting on right now. That is the original layout. And then as I started to lay it out, when I was peeling all the knifeless tape, I was seeing these white stripes right here, and I was going, man, that just looks mean. And it ended up looking really good just as solid white. But on the other hand, I have a buddy that does pinstriping on all the hot rods here in town. And so I said, hey dude, is there any way that you could come and do some crazy pinstriping on mine? But I wanted it to look really graffiti-ish. And so he obliged and definitely pulled it out. I mean, he has just an eye for this, and it's really neat. I really like the design of it. It gives it a tough but elegant look. I mean, typically he doesn't do stuff like this, but I mean, that is pretty impressive because it's the perfect mirror image on the other side. I don't know how he does it, but it's pretty talented if you ask me. Right now I have the Gtechniq, and that is the best coating, ceramic coating that I've seen online for a vinyl or PPF wrap. And so I am going to show you what all comes inside the box. So I did not go with the box that is the large, considering I'm just doing a bike. I didn't want to end up with too much, and then because I've read about how many is like the maximum layer of this stuff. So the maximum layer, I believe, is 5, as much as I could research at this time. But I do think that it is possible to go ahead and add more in a few months. I might polish it up, do another coat, because I really do want to prolong this forever. This took forever to get it done. So I mean, it's only a week, but really, I mean, that was a lot of intensive, like, really good thought process. I watched CK Wraps, like every video CK Wraps makes. So I really wanted my first attempt at a wrap to come out great. But this is this little bottle. Little bit goes a long way, as I've also researched. I believe it's a 30 ml bottle, or 60. But I vape, so it looks like about a 60 milliliter bottle to me. But it comes with 2 rubber gloves. Don't want to get this stuff on your hands because it definitely will affect your skin texture for a little bit. I'm pretty sure it's like super glue. All right, so my test strip actually came out pretty good. So nice and clear. Nice and glossy, very easy on the white. So I'm just going to go ahead and start on my main body of the bike, and I'm going to try to work from front to back on one side. So I'll do the entire front, read the directions. You need to saturate this little pad, and to correct myself from earlier, it said that you only do 2 coats of this, so I misread what I was able to do. And so here we go. Let's try it. But nice side to side motion. and then crosshatch. Alright, so right now I have the Gtechniq. I gotta let it cure. About 45 minutes ago I did the windshield in the front, and so that makes it so I have another 15 minutes before I can apply another coat. You have to wait an hour, and this is the result after the first coat. Super shiny, really slick looking. It took most of the imperfections of the vinyl out, all the little scratches that I did on the tank. They're almost invisible now. I mean, there's just very little. And when I say little, I know that it kind of looks like some hairs in there, like some hairline scratches, but those were very noticeable prior, and I don't know how to repair vinyl yet, so I opted to not try to polish it and mess this up. But as for the result, I mean, man, this thing is pretty shiny. I mean, it really shined it up a little bit, and the texture is already almost going away as well. So we will see after this of how much of it holds up, but it did not take any of the lines out, so that's kind of nice that it didn't mess any of this up. It did in fact actually do a little bit of it right here. It took my buddy's signature off. That's the only thing that removed, but that was a gray as well. So we'll see after she's all said and done.